Listen, once Beyonce got cheated on, I gave up.
Forever.
I was like, forget it.
Forever.
I'm going to be getting cheated on with all types of bitches for the rest of my life. I'm Honey German. My parents are Dominican. I was born and raised in New York City. I love sneakers, and I'm a body positive advocate.
I'm Carolina Bermudez. Soy Nicaragüense, but I was born and raised in Ohio. I'm a wife, a mama, and a worker bee. This is Life in Spanglish. Is this really it?
This is it.
Is this the moment?
This is the moment.
When I teach you something about pop culture?
Yep.
This is it. Oh
I'm
my
sitting
gosh.
here. I'm ready.
All these years of watching Bravo finally paying off. Okay, so we are just getting to the nitty gritty of this Lala Kent versus 50 Cent feud.
Who is Lala Kent?
Oh, this is the best line of the day. Who is Lala Kent? Now, by the time you guys listen to this, I'm sure 50 Cent will have his money. He might not, but this is the beauty of it. So Lala Kent is on this show called Vanderpump Rules on
I've seen
Bravo.
the commercials, never watched the show.
Okay.
It's like Beautiful Bartenders, right?
Gorgeous.
Okay.
And she was a hostess at this restaurant in West Hollywood.
Isn't she like some type of like, is she royalty or she just looks like royalty?
No.
She's not like a dame or whatever?
No, not at all. No, she is basically this hostess that hooked up with this guy.
Oh, I'm thinking of the
that's a
other one that's a
director.
countess. What's her name?
Oh, that's Luann de
Okay,
Lesseps.
that's who I'm
But
thinking
she's
of.
not a countess anymore because they got divorced. Oh, girl, I could give you a timeline right now.
Continue with Lala Kent.
So Lala started dating this director guy, and she would come in and brag to the other waiters and waitresses about her man. This is her man, okay? Gorgeous girl.
Okay.
Beautiful, right?
I see her. Okay.
So she would come in and be like, well, my man gave me a Range Rover to drive now, and my man is paying my rent. And she would come in with this expensive jewelry and all of this stuff. Well, it turns out that her man at the time was still married. He ended up getting a divorce, and now they're engaged to be married.
Okay.
So backtrack, this director guy is basically working with 50 Cent on his show called Power.
Yes.
50 basically got him the job, okay?
Okay.
But this guy is a lowlife according to 50 Cent because he lent him $1 million and he hasn't paid him back in 6 years.
6 years?
Yes. So
And you work on Power?
here's the thing. Lala was on Vanderpump Rules, and there was a scene. So 50 Cent recorded the scene.
I saw the scene.
And called her out. And basically said in so many words, like, the only reason why you have a Range Rover is because he hasn't paid me back my $1 million.
Tell your man, give me my bread.
Exactly. And so they've gotten into this huge Twitter feud, or I'm sorry, they've gotten into this huge Instagram feud, and everybody is like grabbing the popcorn. I saw Kid Ink, DJ Snake, Trey Songz. Everybody is commenting on his
I was
pictures.
on there last night. I'm like, who is this hairy guy with all these patches all over his body, and what is he doing?
Now, he does look a bit like Scary Jones from Z100. He
Ooh,
is
he does.
seriously his doppelganger. Everybody has one. This is Scary Jones. And everybody talks about how he is like this guy that could never get this gorgeous girl if he didn't have the money and the power that he has.
And then the whole thing was Chrissy Teigen's the one that tipped me off to what was happening.
Chrissy Teigen tipped everybody off because she tweeted out, please love me, Fofty. Because I guess that when Randall was texting 50 Cent, he called him Fofty on accident. He was like spelling so fast.
Well, he was in the middle of having a fake heart attack, so I could see why you would have a typo.
But you know what? It's one of those things, like, why would anybody try to mess with 50 Cent? That's my first question. Like, you know, the guy is just ruthless. He has zero chill.
He's trying to get Tierra Marie locked up behind some money that she owes him. They go back and forth every day. I'm like, where does such a rich, successful actor, businessman, rapper, director find the time to be a troll on Instagram? Because I don't have the time to be a troll on Instagram.
Personally, I enjoy it
Oh, I
because
love it.
I love watching him troll other people because he just like, he gives zero fucks. Like, he has nothing, like, he's just like,
He has
this
nothing
is
to
it.
lose. He's
Exactly.
his own boss. So what they gonna do?
And what, like, is anybody not going to hire 50 Cent for
No.
being too gangsta? I'm sorry, that's who he is.
Nobody cares.
Legitimately, 50 Cent is a guy who he is. So on this text message exchange, Randall writes to 50 or Fofty, I'm sorry again, I really am. I said I'm sorry, Fofty. I'm heading to the emergency room. I'm not doing well. Please don't text me anymore. I'm sorry for everything. This is too much for me. I'm so hurt and not feeling well. Now my ex is fucking with me after your post. This is very bad for me on all levels. Going to the ER to make sure I'm not having a heart attack. Please, 50, no more. It is like
50 don't care.
Then 50's response, get the fuck out of here, Randall. You told your girl to say that bullshit when we had dinner. It was to talk about Eve directing. You fucking loser. Did you tell her you owed me $1 million over 6 years? Keep playing with me and get your fucking head cracked in front of everybody. So
The violence.
I really don't think that 50, I feel like he is smarter than that, maybe. I don't know.
He don't care. 50 don't care. That's the bottom line. He don't care. He's like, give me run me my coin.
Have you ever owed anybody anything to the point where it scared you?
No. Absolutely not.
I don't like having that tag on my head. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I would rather go without than owe someone.
But he sent them like a portion of the money, right? He sent them like $200.
He sent him $250,000 like a year ago or something like that. It was like $250 and you owe him $1 million? Plus, what's the interest? I want to know what the bank of 50 charges for interest.
For real, why?
Is it a 90% interest rate?
Now, remember, you know what's crazy? Who did Dame Dash run up on?
Oh,
that
who
owed
was
him that money, and he was like, give me my money, and they recorded it.
Well, Dame Dash is scandalous because I heard he saw somebody wearing a piece that he bought like of jewelry a while ago, and he ran up on them and said, that is from my house. It was stolen. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff happening, and this is the problem.
It was Lee Daniels that he ran down
Was
on.
it?
Yes, and the video, he was like, I want my $2 million, Lee. I want my money.
Oh, my
And they were like at a
gosh.
party. And you know, it's crazy. I saw the footage of, I don't know what the hell I was watching, but somebody called Dame and they were like, Lee Daniels is here. Pull up on him.
No.
And Dame and his girlfriend were like going to the movies, I think. And they jumped in a car and started videotaping. And they ran down on Lee Daniels. It's a lot of money. $2 million, $1 million. I will run down on you for $1,000.
Does Venmo even go that high?
I don't know, but they be
like
charging a percentage. So
my friend owed me $60 the other day, and I told her, I said, girl, don't even worry about it, you know? But it's like...
$60? No, pay me my $60. I don't play them games. I don't play them games. Me and my friends be Venmoing each other all day long.
No, but for real, it's like, you know, at what point do you ask somebody, like... How do you even ask somebody for $1 million? Like, how does that conversation even start? Like, hey, man, I'm hitting... Like, where do you even begin? I can't ask somebody for $20. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel guilty asking. Sometimes I'll come in with no cash, and Cubby will be like, "I'll cover you," and I'm like, "All right, let me Venmo you right now because I don't even want that hanging over my head."
I really am the same way. But these people, you know, $1 million is probably not a lot of money to these people. That's like the other Coca-Cola billionaire, the one that was married to the girl that used to put all the shoes up on the internet. He has to pay $11 million to this girl that he was sexually harassing at work.
What? $11 million?
But that's probably nothing to him. He's a billionaire.
Oh my gosh. Well, see, this is like why you should never go around bragging about what your man gets you, what he's doing,
Girl, I don't do
how
that.
you doing.
Bitches will try to steal your man.
Because this Lala girl was going around telling all of her friends how he buys me expensive jewelry. All I have to do is give him a blowjob, which that's a whole other conversation. And she was talking about how he gets her cars, pays her rent, and all of this stuff. Now, I'm wondering, how long is it going to be until this girl finds herself another rich dude that doesn't have these problems that 50 Cent is putting on them right now?
And who's not on here owing $1 million to somebody else?
Right now, I wonder if she even knew.
This is embarrassing.
It is mortifying.
I would die if this happened to my man on the internet. I'd be like, listen, we gotta talk. I might have to exit this relationship, especially if he's just a sugar daddy. She's gorgeous. The picture Andrew showed me, she's beautiful.
She's a beautiful girl.
And she said, as long as she has her mouth, she'll always have, you know, room in private jets and vacations. That's her, right? That's the one that said that in the
her,
video.
But let me tell you something. There are a lot of women who think that way, and you get old and tired, and there's a new tight little 20-year-old coming around.
Of course there is.
That is so much cuter and hasn't sucked as many dicks as you have. And then she's going to be out.
Do you think there's an age cap for Thotting and for, like, you know? Because I feel like there is.
See, this is a whole new world for me. Because
it really
this is like
but you know, they're all out here and they're all different colors and they're all walks of life.
Correct.
But I feel like there has to be an age cap.
Well, like, Thotting means what? Like going to the clubs, finding dudes?
Yeah, like finding dudes, going to like the draft parties.
I was going to say,
trying to find someone to save you.
All-Star Weekend?
All-Star Weekend, you know, still posting on the gram in a thong. And like, you know, trying to get flued out. Sugar daddies, you know, going to the French Riviera with the old men.
What I don't understand is how, this is where I truly do question Thotting, as you call it, because don't they? I have a job. I wouldn't be able to leave my job.
Either.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
but they don't work. A lot of them don't work. They'll sell waist trainers and weaves on Instagram. They are readily available for celebrities and athletes. But again, there should be a damn age cap.
Yeah, like after a certain age cutoff, you got to go get a job.
35. I think 35 is your cutoff.
35? That's a little geriatric to me.
You think 30?
I think that by 30,
by 30?
I think by 30 you should get your life right. I think by 30 you should be like, come on, girl, you better like get your life in order.
I've seen some Instagram thoughts that got grandkids.
No, there are not. Show me one. I don't believe you. These people
Swear to
look
God,
like
but
names.
This right here is like...
It actually makes me uncomfortable. By the way, Uncle Fofty, I love you. I
Me
don't
too.
owe you
I want
any
no
money.
drama.
I don't want any drama.
No.
We are Team Fofty. You deserve that money, okay? Well, I don't need these people talking out here, running their mouth.
She's a grandma.
You're kidding me. Okay, so... I would like to raise a son that wouldn't want to be with somebody. Whoa, whoa.
She don't care.
But so that's the thing. It's like, don't guys feel a certain way about a woman that's been ran through?
No.
They don't.
There's a certain like group of men that, I think Drake initiates all of them. It's like Drake, Chris Brown, they bring these certain girls. And then after that, everybody else wants them.
Because then it's like they look, if they were good enough for Drake, then I can
like
get
Amber Rose. I feel like Amber Rose is at the top of like everybody wants to date her no matter what. Kanye brought her to
say that they'd been there with her. And
I feel like Black China is also one of them. Not that that's what they do. Right. I feel like Karrueche's one of them that everybody wants to date them. Like they're in the list of like, if I could date this person, I
coveted.
would.
They're coveted.
Very much so.
Okay.
And they're just like industry arm candy, I guess. That's what you might call it.
I guess different priorities, because if I knew that a guy had slept with like 500 women, I wouldn't want to touch that guy. I would be so skeeved out by that guy. So, and I'm not alleging that any of these women slept with 500 men, so please don't put words in my mouth. But what I'm saying is if somebody has been with a lot of people, I would think...
They don't care. I see like, okay, oh my gosh, she has 1 million followers and all these thirsty creeps are in her comments. I want that to be my girl. Men do weird stuff like that.
Because maybe then they would get like the claim that I was the one who tamed her. I'm the one, that's my girl. Like she chose me to be with. I don't know. I'm trying to get into the mindset of this because this is so beyond me.
Things are changing. Things are changing very much. Jay-Z just had his concert at Webster Hall.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like, fuck hoes. I need one wife that I can bounce ideas off at night. And that's like the new thing. And a lot of celebrities are kind of like turning another side to them, like
what's a shift in the culture?
There is a shift in the culture.
I think in like them,
I think it's dying out. Like the whole being like, thotty or being like an Insta hoe or like somebody who gets flown out to like sleep with celebrities.
But like what? Yeah, like what are you giving me other than?
Sex?
But yeah, exactly. Like, what are you giving me? Like, how are you building me up? Because it's like,
they're not building anybody up. They're it's just you show up and she's a hot chick from Instagram and everybody's like, whoa, you taking that down? Pound me up, give me dab. That's it. That's all they're getting.
Wow.
But they don't need anything. These men are probably, very wealthy, very successful, and they don't need anything. But again, the culture is changing. Like Tory Lanez just posted, like, he'd rather a regular girl. He doesn't want one of these mixies that be all up in the mix. Like, he just rather a regular girl, doesn't go to all these parties, doesn't know all these celebrities, and doesn't know all these athletes. Like, things are changing. You can see it because before, celebrities always wanted to portray that they were single, that they were available, that you can maybe one day meet them and marry them.
Don't ruin the image.
They don't care anymore. Now everybody's married. Everybody's having their kids. Idris Elba posted that he got married. Chance the Rapper got married.
I loved Chance the Rapper. That's like his high school sweetheart. It's the most beautiful little story.
It really is.
I
It's
love
so cute.
that.
Nobody is hiding their relationships anymore, which is super dope. And I love it because, us regular good girls
celebrate the good men. Celebrate the good men who value their women and the good women who stood by, like that Aisha Curry. I don't know very much about her, but I know a lot of people hate on her. And I'm like, how could you hate on somebody who's supporting their husband, who's raising their children, is a beautiful young woman, has like another...
I think the thing with Aisha is,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Perfect.
Oh, really?
And I think people tend to reject and hate people that act as if they're not flawed. That's one of the main reasons Chrissy Teigen has won and is so popular because she makes herself very relatable.
She's the best.
And she's just like, oh, look at my stretch marks. Oh, look at my cottage cheese. Oh,
She
my head is huge. Oh, she just shares regular things. And I think Aisha, we don't know much about her.
Right.
Other than, I'm an amazing cook and I make beautiful children.
Right.
And, I'm his sweetheart.
maybe because she's guarded and doesn't let people see some of the things that actually do go wrong, people kind of, because I didn't understand why people were going against her sometimes.
That's
like when I would see her.
That's pretty much it. But I read something many, many years ago that said, never appear too perfect.
Right.
People love to tear down people that are perfect and whose lives are perfect. Always be okay with showing flaws. Show people that you're just like them. And I've always kind of like employed that. And it's been amazing for me because it's just like, it allows me to live my life the way it really truly is.
Right.
And it's allowed me to really like bond with people. But sometimes I see people that make that mistake and everything is perfect and kids are perfect and the house is perfect. And
oh God, no. I can't even hold up that kind of a facade because that's just not my truth.
It's tiring.
You know what I mean? It is. And I think that a lot of these bloggers, I will tell you, that I follow, they have the perfect kids. The kids never
like the
have anything.
influencers?
Yeah, the influencers, which I'm just like, that is not reality. Like the other day, I was scrubbing Nutella off my couch for a good hour because little homeboy had it all over his face. I literally had his mouth mark on my couch, and I was gonna strangle my child.
You were like, let me go meditate. I'll be back.
I was like, why would you do this? And then I'm like, why would you leave him alone? Like, there are just a number of things that happen, but that's our reality, and I think it's more relatable. But, going back to the whole like thoughtiness and things, like when I was dating and when I was single, I wouldn't even know how to ask a guy. How do you even ask a guy for a car note or how does one approach that?
I could tell you.
Because no, I'm serious. I had
Well,
never.
I've done it, not to strangers, but when I've been in relationships.
Sure. Okay.
I've been like, I feel so guilty telling you this.
Why?
But I was in a relationship with someone that had a lot of money. And, we were together for some time. I knew he had a lot of expendable income, but I would just be like, he'd be like, let's go to dinner. I used to be like, I don't want to go to dinner. I'm so down. He's like, what's wrong? I have so much credit card debt. This credit card debt has got me so down. He'd be like, do you want me to pay off the credit card so you can be happy again? I'm like, yes.
And that's it?
And that, well, he had the money. So
no,
then
I'm saying, what
he'd
a
be like,
dummy
well,
I am.
how much is your credit card debt? And it would be like $3,000. It wouldn't be a lot of money.
Right.
And he would be like, okay, we'll pay off your credit card. But he just wanted me to like get out of my funk. But I never had any problem asking, like, I want this or I want that, or, mostly always when I was in a relationship.
I dated the wrong dudes, man.
I still do it with my husband.
I dated the wrong guys.
But then again, I dated a lot of guys that were out here. They were in the streets.
Right.
They was getting money easy. It was no problem. We'd go out with, $5,000 cash. So for me to be like, can I have 1,000 of it? It wasn't a big deal because it was easy money. But when you're dating regular guys that make $1,000 in a week,
right,
you can't fix your face to be like, give me a whole week's paycheck. You understand?
Sure, yeah.
So it really depends on like who you date. And,
it's easy come, easy go if they're
exactly
dealing in cash and things of that nature. But
if they about that life of crime, and you his ride or die, you should get some of that money. I'm not even gonna hold you. But it's always been really easy for me to say what I want. I've always been very assertive, even as a child, but with men also. Yeah. It's like that brings me to something that people just like, should the man that you're in a relationship with help you financially? 100%. 100%. Especially if you're coming over, you eating the food, you saving the money on the hotels, you saving the money on the restaurants. Pitch in for the rent. You're here a lot of the times. That's not a problem. You can help a bitch out.
I'm seeing actually a new wave, honey, that is very concerning to me. And not because it's turnabout, because I feel like for a long time there were a lot of women who were constantly being criticized for being like kept women, right? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, he does everything. She, all she does is live off of this man. I am hearing so many things from my single girlfriends about dudes that are just mooching off of them.
Oh, yes, honey.
It's a whole new wave, because I even had a heart-to-heart with my one friend, and I said to her, you need to value yourself more. Kick this guy out. What is he giving you other than dick? I mean, honestly, I'm sorry to be so blunt, but like, he doesn't give you joy even when he gives you that. I said, he's not even fulfilling you,
These male thoughts is out here, Carolina.
And they are working hard. And I said to her, it wouldn't be acceptable for you to do it. Why are you allowing him to do this to you?
Yeah, there's
now
a new wave.
thousands of dollars in debt because this guy is, out here living his life, living off of you.
He's fine as hell, right?
According to her.
Listen, these male thoughts is out here. They looking good. They got 6-packs. Their teeth is done.
Because they're not working. They're going to the gym all day.
And then they're expecting for you, if they're gonna take themselves off the market, you better be their whole sugar mama. They are not playing.
One of the things that I was told when I was growing up, my dad always said, my boys, I never worry about my boys. He has 3 boys and 3 girls. He would say, my boys, if they need to make money, I can send them out into a field and they can work hard, do manual labor. He said, but my girls, I never, ever want my girls to depend on a man for anything. He said, that's the reason why education was key. We were never, my 2 sisters and I, none of us ever threatened to not go to college. I mean, that was just like what we knew.
That was mandatory.
That was just mandatory.
You gotta go to school. Yeah.
Right. So there was never any question that we wouldn't go through to college and have a profession. But it was the one thing that always stood out to me. And so maybe that's the reason why I never encountered situations like that to ask people like, hey, honey, can you give me this? Or you know what I mean? Like, because I didn't date certain types of people, I guess. But I think that everybody goes through these phases of life when they're single. And, sometimes you do have to support the person that you're with. You do have to help them out a little bit. But there are the people who take advantage, full advantage. And
I'm that person. If I know that you have a lot of extra money, I want some of it.
You're gonna do it
100%. Like I'm a greedy little bitch.
I love it.
And I'm Dominican,
but you're
so
honest.
I
But you're
am honest.
honest.
Listen, if you have a lot of, like, if my husband comes into a lot of money, I'm like, I need some of that money. He's like, for what? I'm like, for my bank account.
Okay, pero si sacan la lotería, let's say that he wins the Powerball. Are you two staying married? Because that's
He
my
tells me
question.
all the time, we're staying married, but you're not gonna see me for like a month.
Well, where are you gonna go?
I don't know.
I don't trust you. I'm going with you.
He
You
tells
just
me
won
all
the
the time.
Powerball.
He's like,
I say this to Mark all the time. I'm like, if we ever won the lottery, because, like it gets up there. By the way, he hates the lottery, never likes for me to play it. He would rather me throw my money directly into the garbage
why?
disposal.
He thinks it's a whole scheme?
He thinks it's a joke. He's like, why bother? And I'm like, it's the whole commercial. Hey, you never know,
No,
and
you
I
gotta
always
be
say
in it to
him,
win it. That's me, too.
Exactly. And he hates it. But I said to him the one time I bought like the $475 Powerball or whatever.
What?
And
Hold
I said,
on. You bought $475 worth of Powerball tickets?
no, girl, it was $475 million.
Oh,
and
got
I bought
it.
like $20
I was
or
like,
something
bitch,
like
you
that.
jumped out the window.
I said, 20 quick pick. And he goes, you spent $20 on that? I said, babe, if we win $470+ million, I said, you'll be lucky if I'm still married to
Real
you.
talk.
And he goes, you wouldn't dare. And I said, no, I wouldn't. I said, but then we started talking about like, would you quit your job? Like, what would you do? Like, what are the first steps? What do you do? He's like, the first step you do is you sign it and take a picture. He started getting all like legal on me. I'm like, you're not being fun. The first thing we do is like we hop on a plane and go somewhere.
For real. I think that's the first thing I want to do.
Yes. And so it's just funny how you think about like, would you be with a person that you're with if they didn't have money? That's where like just circling back to this whole Lala thing. This guy
She ain't
that
gonna be with
owes
him if
50
he has
Cent
no
all
money.
this money, if he doesn't have any more money, I would be shocked if she stayed with him.
So would I. Yeah, she should help him get the $1 million. If she's been living glamorously, she need to tell Vanderpump lady, let her borrow that money so 50 could get off their back and delete
Right.
all those Instagram
If
posts.
you really love your man.
Get the other $750 he owes. Is that how much he owes or something like that?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Did you want to talk about this Prince William and Duchess Kate? Did you hear about this whole situation?
No.
So I guess the rumor is that Prince William cheated on Duchess Kate with a girlfriend of hers in their inner circle, and that they've been like pushing this story down in the media.
Messy, that Prince
Which,
William.
by the way, history repeats itself because you remember
His father.
his father with his mother, right? And I don't like to speak ill of Diana because she is just the
No,
queen.
she was a whole entire
She was
princess.
a whole
She was
entire moment
beautiful.
in time. Please
That
don't
other
get me
lady,
started.
not so much.
No,
What was her
Camilla.
name?
Camilla Parker Bowles.
And she's still here.
Yeah, she's still
She
here.
don't got no shame.
No, she is. If she even dares to have these children call her granny, I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, so he apparently cheated on Duchess Kate, and they have been killing this story.
The people over in UK.
Yes, because I think that the palace, this is the rumor, they said they will give them no information on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's unborn child. If
We don't
they
have
put
no
this out
information
there.
any damn way.
I know, but still, this is the way that it is. Like, so
They're telling
why-
the media outlets don't report.
Because if not, then we won't give you anything on Harry and Meghan. It's like all kinds of fucked up over there in the UK. I don't know. I can't live that
And
life.
Prince William's just like his pappy. You is not cute to be cheating on this woman like that.
And Kate Middleton is just gorgeous. I look at her
Flawless.
as like, seriously,
She's
just
goals, like her skin, her eyes, her hair, her clothing,
channels
everything.
like the elegance and the grace of Diana. I just really do think that Duchess Kate, or is that her official title, Duchess? Yeah. I just think that she is everything. But that's the thing. It's like guys who cheat are going to cheat. It doesn't matter if you are the most gorgeous human being on the planet.
Listen, once Beyonce got cheated on, I gave up. I was like, forget it. I'm going to be getting cheated on with all types of bitches for the rest of my life.
Do you know that I watched Homecoming and I watched it with my husband and my 2 kids, like after the sex part? Because I told him, I was like, no, go upstairs for this part. And I said to Mark, I'm just like, I just don't get it. I'm like, she is everything.
Yeah,
everything.
I have this conversation with my husband all the time, and he's like, women need to understand it's not about an emotional connection. It's all physical when men cheat. I guess they just want a different piece of vagina that week, and
Did
they
Noonie
cheat.
call Mark? Did Noonie and Mark have a conversation?
Why he said the same thing?
Because he said the same thing. He goes, women are emotional, men are physical. He probably just wanted to like knock it out. Yeah. And it was just like, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
He loves her. You can tell that he loves her. But I mean, I think he does.
He does. He definitely adores her, and she is everything. But
yeah, it is what it is.
Men want variety. But that also brings me to the next question that I always ask my husband: why get married if you're always going to want variety?
Because they're selfish.
Because
they want to be taken care of when they're old, and nobody's there to wipe their ass, and they can't pay somebody to do it. Sorry,
exactly.
Go ahead.
and I say it all the time. That's my argument. Why get married if you know you're still going to have one eye open, if you're still going to maybe get drunk at an office party and have sex with the receptionist, or if you're going to link up with an old high school girlfriend to Facebook just to get, a blowjob or some bullshit. Leave me alone. Let me be single. Let me rotate a little male thoughts and let me live my life. And he's like, no. Because we got to have home base. We got to have a wife. We got to have what you call a bottom bitch. The one that's always down for you. And
I don't want to be at the bottom. I'm at the top, honey. No way am I going to be the bottom bitch.
And it's crazy. I am 100% convinced that no man will ever be faithful, at least to me. I don't know about other people's men, but I can't see my man being like, this is the end all be all. They be risking it, Carolina.
I know.
They be risking it, trust me.
They are just taking chances out there in these streets. We got to keep them in line.
For a different little vagina?
And you know what? Honestly, they're all pink on the inside. That's what I heard, okay?
Thank you. We can buy you some molds.
That's right, exactly. Do you want to take it to the salon? Because we got a letter on Instagram, which I'm so excited about. Yes.
I'm so happy. I was like, we definitely doing this in the salon.
I know. I was so excited to read this. So hold on. Sorry, I have to find it again. I went out to
look
go
at
and
her
look
DM.
for
Her
50
DMs
Cent.
are too lit.
I don't.
She had to scroll like 3 times. Swipe. I thought my shit was lit.
I don't ever read them. Hold on one second.
I read all of them, just not the dark area. I don't like going over there. I always find some weird shit over there.
Okay, I don't know if I should say this person's name, so I'm not going to. Just to be safe.
It's sensitive, the material.
I don't know. Let's read it, and then we can say it after.
Okay.
So it says, "Hi, honey and Carolina. I'm 40 years old. I've never been married, and I don't have children. I recently closed the chapter of a 19-year open relationship that I had. I met an amazing
man. Open relationship?
Yes. She says, I met an amazing man who loves me like Kanye loves Kanye. I love that. Just like you, honey, my birthday is between 2 major holidays, Christmas and New Year's, and never had a real birthday party until my 40th. He surprised me with all my close friends and relatives and practically threw a sweet 16 party for me. Hired my favorite drummer to play alongside the DJ all night. I had party balloons, a cake, a photo, you name it. And it was all a surprise. So the problem? He's divorced and has 3 children from his ex-wife. I love him, but I find myself wondering if love is enough. We've been together 2 years, and every year on our anniversary, we discuss our personal goals for the year coming, and also we discuss our personal goals for the year coming and the goals we will work on together. Getting married, buying a house, and having a baby are our 2 goals for over the next 2 years. Recently, his oldest son told us his girlfriend is pregnant. I have mixed feelings now, and I'm not sure if I can handle being a step-abuela job before I'm a mom. Should I run or work through my feelings? Please help. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't say your name in case people know who you are.
Yeah. So the problem is being an abuela at 40?
Yeah. So does she
That was
stay
a
with
lot
this
of
guy?
information. I just want to make sure we're covering the right topic here.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's like that she's uncomfortable with being a stepwela.
That does not have nothing to do with you. You, girl, that is a stepson, and that is the stepson's girlfriend. That might not even be his child. So you're very far removed from the situation. You will be fine.
I just think we're living in such a different day and age. There are a lot of people who either get remarried or they have a previous relationship. You know, for example, my husband is 20-something years younger than his siblings. He has half siblings. So, you know, that never stopped his dad, and it shouldn't stop you. I think love is what the real question is here.
Yeah, I've seen mothers and daughters be pregnant at the same time. You know,
Right.
when people have kids at 15, then she's 30 and the daughter's 15, and here we are, we're pregnant together. So I don't think that should deter you in any which way. And
It doesn't sound like she has doubts because it sounds like their personal goals are very similar in
Yeah.
that they want to have a house, they want to have the baby. So it sounds like they're both on track in that regard. So it doesn't seem like one's more invested than the other.
No, they're fine.
But I think that you might be using this as kind of like an excuse to not make that commitment. Let that other thing happen. Like let your
That don't got nothing to do with you. If anything, I would grab the baby up and be like, bring me the baby. I'll start practicing. I'll be like, how you change the diapers? Show me how to burp.
Yeah.
Like, I would get ready, honey.
Well,
when
it
the
could
baby
actually-
comes, I know everything.
You're so right, though. It could be a really beautiful thing to have
can.
these two babies grow up together, and that could be part of their story, you know? So don't let like traditional norms dictate the way that you're going to live your life. If you really love this person, it sounds like he adores you.
Yeah, no, listen.
That is so special what he did.
Your man is going to be an abuelo. You are
Yes.
not,
Yeah.
honey. You are young and thriving. 40 years old. Listen, J-Lo pushing 50. That is
Can you
all I got to
believe
say.
it? Did you see that picture of her with Joanna Gaines and her freaking flat, her washboard abs are popping?
J-Lo can't be possibly
No, go look
eating.
at it. I want to see your reaction.
There can't be
right
no
now.
food in that stomach. That's all I'm going to
No,
say.
you know what it is? I do have this to say about J-Lo. Sorry for our salon person. I don't want to
Our
go
salon
off
person
track.
is chilling. She gonna be fine.
So no, the whole thing with that is that I think there are so many restrictions in J-Lo's life that you're at a level where you could literally enjoy everything that life has to offer. And if you're not eating sugar, you're not drinking the champagne, how are you living, girl? How are you living? If you can't have the coffee, you know, and I'm not saying it's all just things that you consume.
Yeah.
But if you're constantly at the gym, I mean, she's a workaholic and I love her. She is queen mother.
She really
No,
is.
there was a new one with her and Joanna Gaines and Chip Gaines that she's apparently doing her new house. Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper. And they went on a double date. Look at this. This is
Show me.
unbelievable.
Maybe Joanna
show
Gaines
you.
got it because J-Lo obviously don't.
Look at this.
She's like, this was not enough about
check
me.
this out. I mean,
What are you showing me, woman?
Her abs.
Nothing is
her abs Are
happening.
just look at this. Her abs are just popping.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, that is just true hard work. So anyway,
You see,
I
she
say
could wear a crop top.
she could
Can
wear
I
a
say
crop top.
something? I don't know why people feel like to be sexy you have to show your stomach. Everywhere I go, I see people with crop tops.
See, why are you getting me all stressed out about this? I didn't want to wear a crop top before. You told me to wear a crop top with pride and to not be afraid. And
It's
to
just
like,
OD. I don't know. I feel
but,
like people
okay,
are
so now
dragging
I
it.
can't wear a damn crop top now because you're judging me.
You can wear a
I
crop
am-
top. I feel like people are just dragging it too much with the crop top. I saw somebody in a suit with a crop top. I'm like, the suit is sexy by itself. Why?
I'm like, that's kind of hot though. I like that look.
It is, but I don't know.
Andrew's like, what?
Angel's like, where did y'all go?
No, we are all over the place
Nah,
today.
this is
but
good.
you know
This is
what?
good.
We love that you guys are listening. Thank you so much. And thank you for your email. And just to go back to the salon, I think that you should go through with, zero reservations. It
At
sounds like you
all.
guys are in a great relationship. Own it, love it, and just see what life hands you.
100%. Use the baby as practice.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
The baby is a tool.
I am scared. I am scared. If I had a little baby to practice on right now,
You would not be okay.
I'd be at home 2 hours a day. This
You
is
would
how
be-
you feed it. This is how you clip the fingernails. People tell me that's the scariest thing in the
Oh,
world.
clipping the fingernails? Yeah. It is.
Really?
Yeah. And they're very sharp at the beginning when they come out.
Ooh,
oh my
I love
gosh.
when the little nails come out like
The
that.
little Freddy Krueger nails.
Yeah,
No,
it's adorable.
You
If it's
gotta
a
be
girl, she
careful.
already got tips.
Send us your emails, lifeinspanglishpodcast@gmail.com.
And make sure you give us 5 stars on that iTunes and subscribe so that you can get the episode as soon as it drops.
Yes.
And follow us on social media at Life Spanglish, Twitter, Instagram.